we can eliminate these mistakes, we can win some football games. But in the end, we stepped on our own toes again. One possession, we got sacked 3 consecutive times. We had a pick 6. Overall, it was a bad game once again. But we did see some promise. But when we get back healthy, things are going to be all right. So, let's look at the rest of the scores around the HBCU world. Mississippi State beat us. Nick Major Payne with a great game. 2 receptions, 2 touchdown catches. Arkansas Pine Bluff hosted Boston College and got straight drugged through the field, man. Good God Almighty. Texas Southern beat Tennessee State by 1 point. Very competitive game, it looks like. Smith had a great game. Scales only missed on 6 targets. Prairie View A&M. My dog is a goofy. But anyway, Hampton beat Prairie View A&M. Bethune-Cookman lost to BYU 36-26. And BYU's quarterback Bush had a great game. Jackson State defeats Syracuse 29-13. King went 19-26, 280 yards and 3 tutties. Southern Miss beat Southern 24-17. Southern put up a fight, but it just wasn't enough to get past the Golden Eagles up there in Hattiesburg. Morris had a great game though. 9 tackles, 2 for loss and a sack. Can't get no better than that. And then we got Arizona State defeating Alcorn State by 1 point. Neither team did anything second quarter. Alabama State traveled up to Fayetteville, Arkansas, and they took care of business. Brian Bino Cook with another great game. 10 receptions, 190 yards receiving, along with a hat trick of touchdowns. Good job, Bino Cook. And then we got down there in Tallahassee, Florida State taking on Grambling State. Grambling State came out and won. Florida State has really fallen off in this game. Well, in this series, though. Like, real talk. Calhoun, 24-31, 347, 3 touchdowns, 6 carries, 10 yards. He had a great game down there in Tallahassee, Florida, man. Grambling State might make some noise this season, dog. I have no idea. But we're definitely going to see what happens. Meanwhile, up there in Huntsville, Alabama A&M comes up 1 point short to Wisconsin. They lose 25-24. Alabama A&M is just one of those teams that just can't catch a break in this series. But they did put up a good fight. And now they're on a 5-game losing streak going back to last season. So over there at the MEAC, Fresno State defeats North Carolina A&T. Blew them out 38-7. My goodness. East Carolina beats Delaware State. Delaware State comes up 4 points short. Mason had a great game though. 34-43, 358. Wow. We saw that game. We'll skip that. We did see that game. Let's go down there, DC area. Howard loses to Morgan State 30-17. Morgan State is now 2-0. Johnson had a great game again. Howard got beat up at the reservation. South Carolina State defeat Rutgers 28-25. Look at Ross, 29 carries, 150 yards. And then Norfolk State defeats Vanderbilt. Wow. 29 carries for Turner, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns. So he had a great game. Now check this out. Brian Bino Cook is now on top of the Heisman watch list.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
And Cook went absolutely bananas versus the Arkansas Razorbacks, man. Those looked like career high numbers. He kept dropping passes while we was there though. Joseph Cooley, that is. So, Brian Bino Cook wins SWAC Offensive Player of the Week. Anthony Smith, Defensive Player of the Week for Jackson State, and rightfully so. Adam Harris of Hampton, Billy Beckham of South Carolina State, win Offensive and Defensive Players of the Week in the MEAC. So that concludes the Player Honor Awards for the week. But we got some more news for y'all cats, man. We can't hold back long enough. We have to make this change. Joseph Cooley is fed up with the quarterback position. This is what we're going to do. Chris Miller, he is healthy, but he's going to be our QB too. We're going to put Zach Douglas in, the redshirt freshman, as the QB1 when we get ready to go on the road up to upstate New York to take on the Army Black Knights. Douglas has the better arm. There's no question about that. He gives us the better chance to win football games. We're going to put Miller in option packages where he can run option plays and just go from there, man. Now, I know Zach Douglas is just a 59 overall as a redshirt freshman, but he has a much better arm than Chris Miller. That 89 throw power is a huge difference, man. I know that Miller has 80 accuracy as far as throw accuracy, but Zach Douglas has the better arm, man, mainly due to the power. Also, Kurt Benny Siegel, we're gonna miss him for one more game. And then I don't know when this happened, but one of our wide receivers, Hickman, he got injured. He got a bruised shoulder. He's gonna be out for 2 weeks. But that's cool though. We will be all right. Join us next time. Mikey Stadium is going to be the scene. We're going to be right there beside Hudson River, the Hudson River, in Westpoint, New York, and taking on the Army Black Knights. This is one of the best sceneries in college football. There's no question about that. Hopefully we can get our first win up here, man. We've been struggling so far. Now we got to go all the way up to Westpoint, New York, to take on the Black Knights. Westpoint's going to be rocking too. And we have to be ready to play, man. There's no question about that. So thank you for watching. Join us next time. We're going to be taking on Army. Peace.